I don't think anything could have prepared me to read that reunion scene, having been separated from my girls, my co-stars, in the throes of a global pandemic. Just to connect with Tay and Ash and Lynn and Demetria, just to see them. I didn't think it was possible, so I was overcome with just gratitude.
We are getting to meet for the first time young Penelope Silver, who is about to learn something about herself that she didn't really know before. And this is further complicated by the fact that she's the daughter of the Vice President of the United States, and then further complicated on top of that by the fact that somebody in that church happened to be recording what happened. And it gets leaked to the news, and there's no denying what happened once people see. Spree attacks are usually in public, and they involve some kind of magic. So for a moment, for those people in the church, they're wondering, are they gonna die? Is something really, really bad gonna happen? And that's not what happens, but I think that fear is justified and palpable in the audience. So Blanton Silver is a part of President Wade's administration. They've been together for a while, and he's a kind of straight down the middle politician. And when this reveal about his daughter happens, he's all of a sudden facing the fact that his wife was a witch and she didn't know and he didn't know, and now his daughter's a witch.
I think Alder doesn't really, she doesn't do great with men. She knows how men react to her. She's in the position of power, and that usually has always caused friction. For any man to even step on this set, it's very bewildering. There's so much female power, and they are in a position of power. I think it almost organically plays a part where they're not in their normal seat of power, right? So it's beautiful to play with.
And you can keep Penelope safe? Can you truly guarantee her safety?
Don't worry, Mr. Vice President. We take care of our own.
So unbiddying is a very, very delicate process. It's kind of psychic surgery to literally see this psychic network that connects Alder to all of her biddies, who, as we know from the show's mythology, each of the biddies holds a portion of Alder's age. But it's deeper than just age. It's very, very intimate.
It's kind of like brain surgery, really dangerous for both Alder and Tally. And we're left in Isadora's capable hands at untangling us.
I think this really changes the perception of Alder about Tally, because it's so huge. Nobody else has stepped up in a way like she did. And it's a first, so yeah, there's a lot of admiration for that, and I think out of that comes the growth.
Well, we start to realize that the connection hasn't totally been severed. It's not something you can just shake off and step out of. I think it's like an imprint. They've somehow imprinted on each other. And that's left her with a huge bias and a love for Alder that's, I would say, unconditional.
I've missed you so much. I've never missed anyone in my life, and it's only been a day. Sorry.
Willa reveals to Silif very early in the season that there was a spree attack at a soccer stadium, but instead of everybody dying in some horrible way, everybody kind of got mind controlled and spoke the same thing, which is that our ancient enemy has returned. We'll learn very early on that Willa was responsible for that.
I switched it up. I traded catastrophe for information. I warned all witches everywhere that the Camarilla is back. I hope they heard me.
It was going to be a traditional spree attack, but she changed the game because of what happened to her in Brussels. So there was a meeting of spree leadership in Brussels during which 6 of the highest level of spree leadership were taken down with a form of weaponized plague. So we also learned from Willa that her ideology in terms of the spree has shifted. And after Brussels, it became clear to her that there is a bigger enemy than conscription, and that is the Camarilla, the ancient enemy. So Tally has this incredibly terrifying lucid dream at the end of the episode, and where that's coming from is the connection that she shared with Alder as a biddy. So what's happening is that Tally is actually remembering Alder's memories.
The episode ends with Tally being immersed in this dream of Alder and the biddies and this unknown soldier on a mission through a jungle. There's an attack, and one of the soldiers uses some kind of magic never quite seen before, and then there are the centipedes, which do interact with her. And she wakes up having actually been bitten, so it's very trippy and leaves a lot of questions.